What's going on, everyone? It's Mick back with another video. Today's video we're going to be talking about silver Arowanas. This is my big boy silver Arowana here. So let's get on with the video and talk about them. I've got a silver Arowana in here, which is at the back there, and I've got an Asian. But today we're not going to be talking about the colourful Asian. We're going to be talking about the more common, longer silver Arowana. So this silver Arowana here I've had now for around about 2.5, 3 years, roughly. That sort of, yeah, probably about 2.5 years. So he's a big old fish, as you can see. There's my forearm there. He's a monster of a fish. That's my hand up against him, look. So he's a huge old fish. They've got a massive appetite, these fish. They do jump. I don't care what people say, they do jump, because I had him in a 6-foot tank just behind me here. I was cleaning the tank out, I took the glass lids off the top, and there was a couple of bits of food left in there from, I think I fed him about 10-20 minutes before I started cleaning the tank. And he actually jumped out the tank, and he was round the back of the TV unit here. So when people tell you Arowanas don't jump, yeah, don't believe them, because they do. Trust me, I've had an experience of it. And also Asian Arowanas jump as well. I've had a lot of people telling me they don't jump, don't worry about it, having glass lids and stuff like that. They do jump, 100% they jump from experience. But anyway, there's my silver Arowana. He's an absolute monster. He's not fully grown yet. I don't know if anyone's seen, anyone been to the London Aquarium, but they've got a tank full of silver Arowanas in there, and they're absolutely massive. I was sort of blown away when I actually saw them fully grown, because they're sort of in a massive sort of pond tank, so they're sort of stretching their legs and they're getting really big. But yeah, this is my silver Arowana. He's got drop eye on one side, which doesn't cause him any discomfort or anything like that. Well, I don't think it doesn't, but it doesn't stop him from feeding. He eats like an absolute pig. He eats silverfish, pellets, algae wafers, sinking food, mussels, prawns, you name it, he eats it. I don't feed any of my fish any live food, because I particularly don't like killing other animals, and I don't like the parasites they come with. A lot of people say, oh, you can go and get garden worms from your garden, mosquitoes, all sorts of frogs. A lot of people feed frogs, mice, but I've never done that, so I've never had any problems with my fish. So yeah, I've never fed him live food. But he's about, I think he's about 2 foot now. So see the door to door here, that's about 2 foot, and every now and then he sort of swim past. So he's about 2 foot, 2.1 foot, something like that. So he's a big old fish. Don't even really know what else to say about him. He's quite, to be honest, he's quite a placid fish. I think he's a male, and I think the Asian's a female. So they do get on. Every now and then they have a little bit of a tail biting competition, but they do get on together, you know. So yeah, that's him there. That's the size of him. You can see him against the Asian. He's a lot longer than the Asian, but he's actually a lot skinnier. The Asian's a bit thicker. But yeah, they're great fish to keep. You need massive tanks for these fish, though, man. I kept him in I actually kept him in a Red Sea Reefer 250 tank, yeah, obviously with fresh water in it. And I made a lid myself, so he wouldn't actually jump out when he was a baby. And he was sort of this sort of size, and he sort of grew week by week. He was getting bigger and bigger, and I was sort of thinking, oh, he's going to grow really fast. Within 6 months, I had him in my old 6-foot tank, and he was just probably as big as this mono bass here. He was as big as that. So they do grow fast, but they slow down. 100% they slow down. He's not finished growing yet, but he's slowed down a lot. But yeah, they're absolute great fish to keep. If you're into your monster fish and you've got big tanks, there's no word about it. Go and get yourself a silver Arowana. But like I said before, make sure the top of the tank's fully secure. I've got glass lids on top of here, okay, which are, I think they're about 6 mil thick. They're quite thick old lids, and yeah, it just basically holds all the fish in there. A lot of people keep them in there with plastic lids and stuff, but you need something a bit more substantial. If I'm honest with you, you can sort of keep a bit of timber over the top of it, but they do jump, so you need to be very careful with that. What else can I say about them? They love water changes, massive water changes, huge water changes. I've done a 60% on this tank yesterday, water change. What else they like? I keep the temperature about 27 degrees, yeah, 26.5, 27 degrees. So they're like sort of warmer tanks. You can keep them sort of 25, but I keep it a little bit warmer. It just keeps it just gets them to eat the food faster and quicker as well, you know. It helps them digest their food. That's what I found anyway. They like a lot of flow. I've got 3 FX6 heads in this tank, and I've got 2 wave makers there, which are Octo 4 pulse wave makers, and they're only on 20% at the moment. If I turn them up full blast, it just blows the sand everywhere, so they're only 20%, but they do like a lot of water flow. They like a lot of oxygen in their tanks as well. So you can see the, look, having a little bit of a swivel there, but they like oxygen in their tank. I've got 3 air stones at the back there, which they love. What else do they like? I found as well they like substrate on their bottom. Don't have clear bottom tanks, because they do look at themselves at the bottom, and it does help. I find it helps with their drop eye. I know my fish has got drop eye on one side, but I've had him a few years now, and hasn't caused any problems at all. But I don't know what else to say about him. It's a great fish to keep. Tank mates, Oscars, bass, datnoids. I've kept him with clown roaches for years. Obviously, make sure your clown roaches are big enough to sit with these big fish. Silver dollars are a great fish to keep with them. Plecos, all sorts of big fish. But be careful what fish you do put in with them, because if they're sort of quite a small fish, which do grow big and they take a while to grow, the Arowana will take a bite out of them, or will actually swallow your fish. But anyway, that's it on the guide of the silver Arowana. I hope you liked the video, and subscribe and like my channel, and thanks for watching.